If you broke the no contact rule and you are freaking out because you have no idea what you should do or how you should handle this situation, then stick around because I'm going to explain to you what you should do in this situation. First and foremost, if you don't know who I am, my name is Danny, and I'm one of the coaches here at Love Advice TV. And I work with clients all the time who have experienced this exact situation. So, what is the first thing that you should do? Take a breath, breathe in, and breathe out. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. It doesn't mean that you've royally screwed up and you don't have any chances left. But it is crucial, important that you regain control of your emotions and the situation. Oftentimes, it's not the breaking the no contact rule that's the problem. It's the trying to make up for breaking the no contact rule that is the issue. Because a lot of people will try to regain control of the situation and will start to freak out emotionally, look for validation, want to make sure that they're doing the right thing, and fall into this pattern of neediness and chasing and anxiety and all of those things, right? So it's important that you regain control of your emotions. The other thing here to take into consideration is that it's okay to go back into a no contact period. Just because you broke the no contact period does not mean that you can't go back into it, right? A lot of people assume that once that seal is broken, that there's no going back, right? But there is. It's okay. I think we also have to take into consideration why you broke the no contact period to begin with, right? And this is really important. This is at the core of this, right? Because if you don't recognize or understand what emotion was driving you to decide to break the no contact period, it is likely that you will repeat the same mistake again. So we want to put a plug in that, right? What were you feeling? When you decided to break the no contact period, what was going through your head? What was the narrative saying that convinced you to pick up your phone and text or call or DM or email or any of those things? And was that narrative something legitimate, right? Oftentimes, what I tell people is if you're going to break the no contact rule before you need to, there are very specific situations as to why, right? Something tragic happens in that person's life and you want to reach out to give your condolences. It's a matter of livelihood. So maybe you guys shared an account and that person needs access to the account in order to pay a rent or pay their car payment, or the same thing for you. You know, there are very specific situations as to why breaking a no contact period is acceptable. And there are a plethora of reasons for why it's not acceptable, but a lot of people will convince themselves that it is important enough to reach out. Keep in mind here, the reason for why you are in a no contact period is because you are trying to let the emotions settle, to let the dust settle, to really kind of work on yourself, reevaluate the situation, take accountability, grow and develop as a person. So when the opportunity presents itself to meet up with your ex again, you are ready. You are in the best position possible to reattract them, right? When you break the no contact period before you are supposed to, and it's not going well, right? Let's say that initially they started chatting with you back and forth and things started to feel good and natural and organic. And in your mind, you're like, oh my God, this is going well. Okay, cool. I can continue on this pattern. And then all of a sudden, it takes a sharp turn and it doesn't go that well anymore, right? They stop conversing with you, or they're not as responsive as they used to be, or they're giving you, close-ended statements that don't really require a response from you. And then you start to freak out and go, oh my God, did I royally mess this up? If that is the case, just pull back. Don't respond, right? It's a mirror. So if they're not giving you any energy and they're not investing in reciprocating conversation, communication, any of those things, pull back. Because if you don't pull back, you're going to put yourself in that chasing position once again, and you do not want to be there. And that's where you go back into a no contact period. You do not reach out. Now, at this point is where we would have a conversation about what that no contact period looks like, right? Is it a modified no contact period, or is it a no contact period completely, right? Where if they reach out to you, you're just not responding at all. That's going to depend, right, on the situation. That's going to depend on what the last bit of communication the two of you guys had. But at the end of the day, if we really look at the foundation of this and we go back to the initial question of what do you do if you broke the no contact period, it's okay to go back into a no contact period if it's not going well. Does not mean it's the end of the world. Doesn't mean that you stand a chance again. Doesn't mean that you screwed everything up. Because also keep in mind, mindset is a big piece of the puzzle here, right? So if you continue to beat yourself up and if you continue to second guess every single thing that you're doing, you're not going to be able to reattract your ex, because you're going to need to have a level of detachment and confidence in order to do so. So prioritizing your emotional and mental needs is going to be the most important thing, which means if you have that level of insecurity and anxiety and lack of self-confidence, then it's going to be crucial that you go back into a no contact period. And then you can pick it up later down the line after a few weeks, maybe 30 days, 60 days, depending on what the situation is specifically and how the conversation ended. If you're not sure how to navigate this, if you feel like, okay, cool, I'm going back into a no contact period, but how long do I go into a no contact period for and what do I do? Reach out to us, book a one-on-one coaching session. You know, every person's situation is specific. It's subjective, right? So we create tailored strategies specifically for your needs. And right now, it's probably something that is keeping you up at night. So let's soothe those anxieties. Let's soothe those stresses. Let's come up with a plan together so that you feel like you have a clear vision moving forward and we can get back on the right road. I hope you found this video helpful. I hope you found it educational, supportive. Please make sure you're leaving a comment down below. Tell me about your situation. Tell me if you're struggling. Tell me if you've been in this situation before. Tell me if you know somebody who's been in this situation. Maybe you handled it a little bit differently and you have certain tips and strategies that worked for you that you can share with everybody else. Whatever it is, make sure you are leaving your comment down below. And also, make sure you are subscribing if you have not subscribed yet. That way you get notified whenever we put out new videos. Again, my name is Danny. I hope you're staying happy and healthy. Thanks for sitting down and having a chat, and I'll see you in the next video.